Hi, welcome to my beautiful mess. This is Mary. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to do a Happy Planner inspired summer bingo. I know it's technically not summer yet, but it feels like summer here in Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine. And so I thought I would share with you how I do it. So a bingo is something that you can just keep inside your planner. It looks like a bingo card. That's what we're going to actually do. You can do it on any piece of filler paper. I was hoping to have, kind of more of a neutral piece of filler paper, but I could not find any. I guess I'm clearly out from other projects. So I just picked a rainbow one, and I decided to do like a graph, but you could do dot grid if you wanted to. And we're going to use a number of sticker books, and they're going to be more of the seasonal sticker books. We are going to use this Fun Alphas. We're going to actually write like summer bingo across the top. I'm going to use, this is last year's student book. It's just a value pack sticker book for the students, but it's seasonal. And I will tell you this, if you are kind of new to Happy Planner and you've seen the back to class release stuff, you may wonder, well, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a student, so it's probably not for me. There's actually a lot of stickers that really anybody can use. Like there's still quite a bit that are in the sticker books that is really not like class or like school related. So, flip through them and see if you like them, because there's actually a lot of them are like that. The teacher sticker books are a little more teacherish, but the students are actually kind of very inclusive. Then we're going to use this. This is an older seasonal book. It's got like all the seasons in there. It's really cute. We're going to use that one. And then they have this summer sticker book, and this is strictly summer. There's no other season. This has a lot of really cute, bright things, like really, really cute. So we're gonna do that. And then if you haven't seen this, this is the Mega seasonal sticker book. It kind of has some things that are reminiscent from this book in it. But it just has a lot more stickers, and there's basically there's just a lot to choose from in this book, like a lot. You can just kind of do like a quick little flip so you can kind of see. Okay, there's all the seasons in there. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a straight edge, and you're going to need highlighters or a marker or a pen. I prefer using markers or a highlighter. If you wanted to, you could even create, because we're going to use this to create like a grid, like a bingo grid, like a bingo card. If you wanted to, if you didn't want to use markers or highlighters, your other option is you can actually use washi as well to create the border lines. So whatever your preference is, that's what we're going to use. And so I'm going to just draw out the grid here, and then we're going to fill it in. Okay, so before we get started drawing out with our highlighter, I just wanted to kind of show you a little trick that I use to do these kinds of designs. Hopefully this will help you. And I find it's way easier to do this on the graph paper than it is to do it on dot grid. But here's what we're going to do. I'm using a big sized filler paper. You can do this on a classic size, but I will tell you, it's kind of hard to squeeze everything in the boxes. You only have so much space. I recommend doing it on big filler paper just because you have more room. Obviously, if you have a classic size planner, you're going to want to do this in the classic size. I'm just kind of letting you know that the classic it's kind of crunched, So I'm going to tell you what I do to kind of make sure that it's even. So what I do is I actually count out the spaces. So I count how many spaces like I have across, I have to work with. I'm just going to kind of bring this up so you can see it, and you can see like I kind of counted by 7. So I like counted by 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and that kind of gives me a little border on each side. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I kind of did the same going down. And I know I'm going to end here. So you're basically going to have, by the time you're done and you draw the lines across, you're going to have like a 7 by 7 inch, a 7 squares, I should say, 7 by 7 square box. Okay, and that just kind of makes sure that you're like spacing it out evenly. And you can do it in pencil like I did, and then you can go back and erase it. So, which is like typically what I do. I just kind of do it to give myself a guide, so that I don't waste a bunch of paper and can make mistakes. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to draw a line down now with my highlighters and give us like a perfect grid. So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about things that I can potentially do at home, because my family probably won't be venturing out too much. Texas is where I'm at, and they opened the state up April 25th. I think they started making like changes to open things up, but we won't be venturing out too much. So this is going to be Summer Bingo Quarantine Edition. We're still going to do things, but we're going to try to probably do as much as we can at home or in the neighborhood or like places that we won't like encounter a lot of people, you know? So this book, the summer book, has a lot of stuff kind of already in it. And it actually already has some stuff for you, like watch a movie outside, make root beer floats, go to the lake, read a book, go to the fair, make homemade ice cream, take a nap on a hammock, watch fireworks. And there's a lot on here, make lemonade. So there's a lot of stuff here that you could actually do, I think, like at home. Without necessarily having to go out. So I think this is actually like a really good book. We're going to use that a lot. The student edition has some similar stuff in here as well. Let me see if I can find, I've like already used some of this book. But it's got stuff like make s'mores, watch the sunset, have a barbecue, a road trip. Like, okay, let's say you didn't even want to go out. Like, let's say you're one of the people that are still, quarantined. You could always just take a road trip around the city, or, drive out into the country for like an hour or two and then drive right back and just kind of get out of the house, So you don't have to have like a destination in mind. You could still, do something like that. Or just take like a scenic drive, So that's nice. We probably won't be doing county fairs. But yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and add some of those things in here. So one thing I'm going to put is visit an aquarium. I'm hoping that we get it done because we have a state aquarium in Corpus Christi, and I would love for the boys to do that. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'm going to try to put it in there anyway. Okay. And I'm also going to put in the make s'mores because I think that's a really easy thing to do at home, like in a fire pit or in a barbecue pit. I think that's really, really simple to do. And let's see here. This summer book also has a lot of really cute little icons, and you could do simple stuff on here. Like you could do maybe grill out some hot dogs, you know, have an ice cream day or something, grill burgers out, eat watermelon, you know. So there's some things you could potentially put on there if you are still staying at home that I think are still kind of fun to do and get into the like summer spirit. So I'm going to kind of do some of that, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna do watch the sunset there. And I'm going to, hopefully this fits. This is gonna be kind of a snug fit. That's gonna be my buy a new swimsuit. And let's see here. I do not have a pool, but my parents have a pool. So we might have to sneak over there and have a pool day. Okay. And what else can we do? I'm gonna go ahead and put a watermelon on here, and we can have watermelon. I'm gonna fill in with some text. But for right now, let's just see here. What else can we do that is safe to be at home? We can definitely have a barbecue. You see what I mean about kind of having space on the big filler paper? Like this is the big filler paper, and as you can see, like the stickers, a lot of these stickers like come all the way to the edge, you know. So that's what I mean about like using like the classic versus the big. I think a lot of these stickers are kind of large, honestly, so you might really struggle to kind of get them in like on a classic size grid. One thing you could do if you were doing that, you could actually just cut, especially with these like clear ones, you don't even notice. You could cut with like some scissors or a scalpel. You could cut this and kind of so you could reposition it better. You could certainly do that. So that's just another like option if you wanted to. But you can see how big this is. Like it's definitely going to overlap if I stick it there. So I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm going to try to find a better place to put it, but you can kind of see what I mean. I'm going to do fly a kite. Like even some of these, texts are still really, really large. I'm actually like, I'm kind of surprised they're so big, but they are. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. So I'm going to use some of these smaller ones for like I'm going to use that one for like a road trip. And I'm going to play volleyball because that's something we can, or even just like throwing a beach ball around with the kids. Like they like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do that there. And this is going to be a snug fit too, I think, but I'm going to try to squeeze it in there. Where can I squeeze it in? This is definitely going to be one of those we have to kind of squeeze in. Okay. It's gonna be snug, y'all. I'm not lying. Okay. And then we'll do this up here. I'm gonna watch fireworks. And we have a little sandbox in our backyard, so we can build a sandcastle. You know what? I might actually stick that there. And I think I'm going to put this one here instead of that big giant, instead of this big giant one. I think I'll just use the little one because I'm not kidding, like it's really kind of snug, like just with my stuff here that I'm using, it's kind of snug already. Let's see what else we can use. Okay, let's see. So one thing that we are like really blessed with here in San Antonio is we have a zoo, but they're doing a drive-through zoo, which is pretty neat. Like you just stay in your car and you can drive through the zoo and see the exhibits that way. So it's, you know, it's not ideal like it is walking and everything and getting up close to the animals, but it's still something. So it's been kind of nice that we've been able to do that. So I'm gonna put the zoo down on here. Okay. And I figured another thing I could do, and I grabbed this out of the food sticker book, is I could do a like a summer cocktail, like a Mai Tai, or maybe something that uses like Malibu coconut rum or something like that. So I'm gonna do like, okay, I thought that was gonna be, I thought that was gonna go on better than I did. This needs to go on first, apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. There we go. You know, a drink, the kind of drink that would take an umbrella, right? Okay, so there's my happy hour. I'm gonna put celebrate Father's Day on there as well. Gotta make those daddies feel special. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this, have dinner outside. This looks fun. We are always blessed with really great weather here in Texas, so that's kind of an easy thing for us to do. I'm going to put this little sunshine, and this is gonna be like either sunbathing or just like getting outside, you know, just spending some time outdoors. Then I'm going to do some lemonade. That's an easy thing to make. I figured we could watch a sunset. Let's see here. Maybe we put it there. Watch the sunset. That's an easy thing to do from our porch. And it's really hard to see this sticker, and I couldn't find another one that was like a little bit bigger. But this one says summer bonfire. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of, I'm gonna put that there. Like these really cute little string lights. So I'm gonna put those string lights there, and then I'm gonna do a summer bonfire. Okay, and then I figure one night we can either get ice cream or make ice cream. Ice cream is actually not that hard to make if you've never made it. It's a really fun activity to do with kids. But like for years I avoided it because I thought it was super hard, and it's not. Okay, and then we're gonna do make popsicles because that's easy. And then we're gonna make jam. And I love making jam. My favorite jam to make is peach amaretto. It's so good. And of course anything with liqueur is gonna be better, right? Add alcohol to it. Okay, and then on the bottom here, I'm just going to add this sticker here just for some color and to make it fun. And kind of tie in this like rainbow theme. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in with text everywhere that I, kind of said, like I have the icon stickers here, but I need to actually fill in what we're going to do. So I'm going to do that now. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a sticker to kind of cover this up. My son actually ruined my whiteout today, my whiteout tape. So I'm going to have to get a little creative and see if I can find a sticker to cover it up. And I think we're done after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you the finished product here at the end. And there you have it. We're all done. So I don't have like the best handwriting here, but you get the point. So we're pretty much all done. Like I said, I'm just going to find a little sticker just to kind of cover that up. And feel free to brainstorm and think of some ideas that you can do, at home. The other thing I'm going to do is in the description, I will include a link to my blog. I actually have on my blog a list of activities, like kind of like a summer bucket list. So if you need some help brainstorming on what you can do, if you want to add some stuff that's not in the stickers and kind of create your own little squares, I will include that link below so you can get some ideas. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you joining me today. Before you leave, please give me a thumbs up and then don't forget to subscribe for future videos.